Today, Sunday, May 5th, 2013, I'm interviewing Erica with her collection. She's now a student from the London College of Fashion, originally from Japan, now based in London. She brought us some lovely pieces from her latest collection and her previous collection. So can you tell me about your story as a fashion designer and your collection here with us?
Yeah, I'm Erica Cindy Otawara. I'm a Japanese fashion textile designer, and I have an international background, born in Canada, lived in Japan as well, graduated international school before coming to London. And I've brought here today my final major project, which is the most recent collection. And I also have the shorts and the gloves, which goes with this look. And this is from last year's final term team project. And I will go through like the concept. First of all, this one was about children's imagination. And I collaborated for the final major project as well. And
it looks amazing, I have to say.
Thank you.
Really amazing.
Yeah, me and my teammate, we looked into children's drawings, and then we looked into monsters and the texture of monsters and how they scribble. So then we applied for a Saga Fur sponsorship, and we were luckily selected. Oh. So all these furs are real. It's sponsored by Saga Fur. I have the Finn raccoon, the blue and pink foxes, the minks as well. They're also on the gloves. And as you can see on the gloves, I have a few embellishments done by my teammate.
I didn't notice that. That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's
acrylic nails, yeah.
Idea. I would have never thought about myself, but my friends from embellishment pathway. So I was able to aid her with knit, and she was able to give me some ideas with embellishment, and we both worked on the patterns and the silhouettes together. And I think it's always exciting to be able to communicate with other people and just share ideas and develop together.
Yeah, you come up with different concepts, and especially this one, you'll have your gloves and your manicure as well.
Exactly. And I decided to do a collaborative final major project in my final year because of this collection, which is a team project that the university sort of organizes for us. I worked with 2 menswear, 3 print, and I was a knitwear in that team. And we had to sort of imagine that we're part of a Prada design team. And we looked at David Hockney, the artist, as our inspiration. So that's where all the colors come from. And from that term, I realized the importance of working with other people in the industry as well, because whenever you go for internships, you also have to communicate with the designer or their assistant or other
Especially
people.
when you're actually at work, then you really have to negotiate concepts and ideas and with other people.
Yeah, you can never do anything all by yourself. Even for advertising, like we need photographers, we need a stylist, maybe videographer, all sorts. So
it's a full-on of people and
creators.
ideas and personalities as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what do you think? What's the ideal advertising campaign for your collection?
For my collection, I prefer, I like working with photographers, obviously, and they would suggest it's for a magazine or it's for their blogs, it's for their website. And I always think it's great how you can also network through them and through the website. So that's really exciting. And I had my first fashion show for this collection for the internal show at London College of Fashion. But I also do enjoy fashion shows, but at the same time, I also like actually communicating and like interviewing as well. It's it's just being able to communicate with people one-on-one.
Yeah, it's a way to express yourself, obviously, and show and say fully about your concept, your idea, like your collections, and so on. So how would you like to be? More like of artistic, fashion photo shoot, more simple and sleek, studio shoot or lookbook? How do you see these items showcased? The same magazine pages or?
Oh yeah. My designs tends to be sort of a juxtaposition of fantasy and like the functionality of the garment. So I prefer a photo shoot that's more editorial or has a story or a concept. Yeah, that's what I tend to go for. But depending on the photographer, they might be amazing at just simple white background and lookbooks. So I do like trying new things and trying new ideas, which I can't think of on top of my head. But once I see it like done, I think it's amazing. And
It's good to experiment as well, different styles,
Yeah, like even with one garment, you can change the location or change the lightings, and I think it's really nice how people can portray it in a different way. Like
Everyone has got their own view, isn't it?
Yeah,
In terms of stylists as well.
because I would create a collection with my view, but then when someone sees my garment, they might think of another idea.
They got different
from
point
it.
of
Yeah,
views,
they
of
might be
course,
inspired from it, just like art. So I quite like the steps and the procedure of that, just taking it forward and even digging up on my old collections or old samples. Sometimes I'll be inspired myself with that and think, oh, I can actually use this for a trend, you know, put it together with a trend that's going on right now and make
Be
it new.
surprised of what you created earlier on.
Exactly.
What is your favorite advertising campaign? Have you got one, let's say in terms of fashion designers?
No, not at the moment because I'm just about to graduate university. I'm just looking into lots of job opportunities as well, and I'm collaborating with stylists and photographers. I've just made my website, which will be linked. So, yeah, I'm just looking forward to what's coming up, and I love networking at the moment. It's absolutely great.
It's a great way, obviously, to get ideas and new things, inspirations as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So where do you see yourself in a few years' time? London Fashion Week, Milan, New York, Paris, fashion magazine?
Definitely an English-speaking environment. That's where I'm thinking at the moment. I'll be looking into the UK, Europe, and possibly the US because if I have the Canadian citizenship. And I have considered Japan as well because it's such a different culture. And
Must be amazing there.
yeah, I think a lot of
Really
people's
interesting and
looking.
fascinating.
Yeah. A lot of people's looking into Japan Fashion Week, Seoul Fashion Week, Australia Fashion Week. I've seen a lot of those this year, so maybe it's like
Something to come up with.
Yeah,
isn't it?
like a really nice place to go back to and just view the Japanese culture in a different way because I've been living abroad for so long.
You're international, let's say, fashion designers.
So I would love to work as a fashion designer, fashion textile designer, and work within the design, like a creative team, basically, yeah.
Well, I wish you really, really good luck for everything, for your career as a fashion designer. Thank you very much for being here with us today.
Thank you very much.